I used to do this thing when I was promoting the Homeland Party, and I was given the very, very oh so common rebuttal to saying, well, they're going to split the vote and we need reform because, look, time's running out and we cannot have another Labour government. And I used to say the typical, well, Homeland Party aren't planning to stand in constituencies that they don't have a strong presence in, so even if they're polling at 5 or 6%, which would be amazing, they might not actually stand in a lot of areas, and therefore reform will get the win. So you don't need to worry about splitting the vote. And the reason we're trying to grow right now is because, yeah, you're right, we don't have that much time, and so we need to start building something up now. We need to start spreading awareness that there's a long-term solution. But I'm at the point now where I don't even know if the argument itself of splitting the vote is any big deal. They may as well say, oh, you're splitting the Tory vote, oh, you're splitting the Labour vote. You're going to let it. I just. What is the difference of reform now? Because I no longer even see them as a short term solution. I don't even see it because I used to see them, yeah, they're the vehicle. Okay, you know what? I agree, we need them. I would prefer if Homeland didn't stand in every location like other parties like UKIP are probably going to do. Because ultimately, in the short term, I do accept that reform are probably the viable option. But now I'm at the point where it's like, are they even better? What is the difference? I mean, it's sort of like in terms of policy, in terms of outcomes if they were to govern for a long time, it's pretty much the same. The only difference is that they're less professional and it's harder to change the party from the bottom up. It's the only difference. The only difference is they're more unprofessional. Nigel Farage is, if you totally ignore the facade and you actually look at it, you genuinely are interested in what's going on behind the scenes. It's hard to argue that Nigel Farage is a better person than Keir Starmer. Nigel Farage has no original opinions. He does nothing he says he actually believes in. Now he's saying that he's not even anti-immigration. He's not even a populist. Who knows what the hell he is? He jumps on something. Oh, this is becoming successful. Let me jump on board. Then say I started it and it's all to do with me. Then kick everyone out that is threatening my leadership. Is that someone we want to lead the country? I mean, Keir Starmer, he almost seems better. I mean, at least he comes on with stronger rhetoric, saying that, past governments have failed us, mass immigration is all done by design, failed experiment, all this stuff. He's spreading far right rhetoric right now. Not right now, but he did. I mean, if Nigel Farage literally turns on his own MPs, who knows what he's going to do to his voters if he was given the chance? I mean, who knows if there are protests coming out after another, I hate to say it, potentially imminent, I suppose, horror events, terrorist attack like we did see last year at Southport. Who knows, maybe Nigel Farage would come out against his own voters and call them that lot. We don't like that lot. They're all protesting, they're the far right. And if you like us, who knows, maybe he'll still be going on that bandwagon race, just talking about, no, not me. They're the real far right. I don't know if he'd really be any different. So this whole idea of, oh, you're vote splitting, I mean, maybe at this point we are. And I don't actually really care. I genuinely don't. I mean, what is the difference between reform with net zero immigration policy, who turns on his own MPs, so he'd probably turn on his own voters, who isn't actually populist because his policies are just pro-business. And it's like, what's the selling point? What were we offered exactly? I mean, why were we even voting for him in the first place? Because a lot of us guys, even in the Homeland Party and on the right, and even on the distant right, or the radical right, we sort of liked reform. I mean, there was a point I used to like reform. And why is it that I liked them from the beginning? Well, it's because I thought there was change. I thought there was something maybe radical. I thought they were anti-establishment. I thought they were anti-immigration. I thought they were going to reverse illegal immigration. And it turns out that not. I thought we were going to get competent leadership. It turns out we're not getting a single one of those things. So what is it they offer different? And I can't answer it. It's nothing. I suppose they have Zia Yusuf as the chairman, and Nigel Farage as the leader, who is absolutely terrible. And there's no denying this, really. I mean, there's no really twist in it. Nigel Farage is a terrible leader, and there's a terrible chairman, and Lee Anderson sucks as well. And so does Richard Tice. It's like, what's the point? Who are they attracting? And the only kind of people they'd attract are the people who ultimately accept it, like the MPs they'd attract if they do get elected. It's going to be people who do whatever the hell Nigel Farage says. And they don't care. And he's only going to allow people to get to stand in areas. Most of them will be Tory defects. He kicks off his own candidates in favour of worse performing Tory MP candidates, just for the fact that they're Tories. And it's just, I mean, that's pretty much it. I don't even see the argument of splitting the vote as a big deal, because who are we splitting the vote from? They're not even right-wing. There's nothing even remotely right-wing about them, except economically, but is that even a good thing? Because, it's not looking good. And I don't see them as a good party in the slightest whatsoever. So yeah, pretty much, conclusion, join the Homeland Party. It's the only option, really.